Welcome to Bible Trivia Quiz. And today we have our annual special edition to fathers and to remember them on Father's Day. And so we will be asking 20 questions that have to do with fathers and a little bit of insight. We will read the question since this is being recording, and you can pause this. The question will be asked, read, and we will wait about 5 or 6 seconds before we advance the slide. And that'll give you a chance, if you can respond quickly, or if you just want to pause it and think about it a minute, you are welcome to do that. And so we want to see how well you do. And I hope you have some learning experience and an opportunity just to see how well you do with these things concerning dads. So here we go. We're underway. What is the first phrase of what we know of as, quote, the Lord's Prayer, unquote? That would be, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Number 2, who did God promise that his descendants would number as the, quote, sand which is upon the seashore, unquote? That would be Abraham in Genesis 22:17, that in blessing I will bless you, and in multiplying I will multiply your seed as the stars of the heaven and as the sand which is upon the seashore. Number 3, who did God call, quote, a man after God's own heart, unquote? That was David, and that can be found in 1 Samuel 13:14. 4, who was the father of the 12 tribes of Israel? And that was Jacob or Israel. Either of those answers are correct. 5, name the first 3 sons of Adam, beginning with the oldest to the youngest. The oldest, Cain, then Abel, then Seth. 6, fill in the blanks of Ephesians 6:4. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the blank and blank of the Lord. Nurture and admonition. 7, where does this verse come from? Quote, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you, unquote. Well, it is one of the 10 commandments, and that's found in Exodus 20, verse 12. Number 8, what father came and asked Jesus to heal his daughter? That was Jairus in Mark 5. 9, who were Noah's 3 sons? Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And after this, we're halfway through. Number 10, whose father was so pleased to see him that he gave him the best robe and killed the fatted calf? That had been the prodigal son, and that was his dad in Luke 15. 11. Who was the father of James and John, the disciples of Jesus? What was Dad's name? Zebedee. 12. Who stole her father's household gods? That was Rachel, and you can read about that in Genesis 31. 13. The Bible says Satan is a father. What is he a father of? The Bible tells us in John 8 he is the father of lies. 14. Who does the Bible say is the father of Adam? The answer to that is in Luke chapter 3, verse 38, in a genealogy, which says this, quote, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God, unquote. 15. Who does James say is the source of every good and every perfect gift? Literally, in James 1:17, the Father of lights. 16. Joseph, who was the son of Jacob, had 2 sons. Name them. Ephraim and Manasseh. 17. One of this man's sons was best friends with his worst enemy. Who was the father and who was the son? That would be King Saul, that David was his worst enemy, and Jonathan, that David was his best friend. And we find that whole story in 1 Samuel. 18. He was the oldest man recorded in the Bible. What was his father's name and his name? Well, his dad was Enoch, and the man we're talking about, the oldest living man recorded, Methuselah. 19. Quote, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased, unquote. Who is the son, and who spoke this? The Son is Jesus, the Son of God, and of course the speaker was God the Father, and this was spoken at the baptism of Jesus Christ in Matthew 3, and that is the longer story of the baptism of Jesus Christ. And our last one, number 20, fill in the blanks. Quote, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be blank the blank of blank, unquote. The answer is, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. And that's found in 1 John chapter 3, verse 3. Well, how did you do? And hope you did really well. Hope you learned something. And hope that was an encouragement and yet a challenge. Please check out our other Bible trivia quizzes. We are working at putting them, the special ones, up for different holidays, and they'll be denoted by that. but then there are just the general knowledge ones. And so over time, over the course of a year, there'll be 5 or 6 of these at least being added to our library. And again, congratulations on viewing this, and I trust that God will bless you as you have learned something today.